So this Sunday, we celebrate the feast of the Exaltation of the Cross. The feast is always celebrated on September 14th, and it's one of those feasts that even when the feast day falls on Sunday, we celebrate the feast rather than our regular Sunday. And so, since this year, September 14th falls on Sunday, it's what we celebrate this Sunday. The feast celebrates the relics of the true cross. Those relics were first identified by Saint Helena, Constantine's mom, when she made that first pilgrim journey to Jerusalem and identified the true cross. Those relics were kept in Jerusalem and were taken by the Persians when they came in and invaded Jerusalem. They were recovered in the 7th century by Emperor Heraclius. And then this feast was initiated in the Roman calendar to promote public veneration of the instrument of our salvation. Our second reading is from the letter of St. Paul to the Philippians. This passage is known as the Christ hymn. Scholars believe that it was a hymn that was circulating at the time of St. Paul. And now that's pretty remarkable when you think about it. Paul's probably writing this letter in 60, 70 AD, 30, 40 years after Christ's death and resurrection. And this hymn, this passage, has such a profound understanding of the incarnation, that Christ was fully human but fully divine. Our passage this Sunday is the premier passage exalting Christ's kenosis, his self-emptying. It's exalting that Christ didn't cling to his divinity, but took on our humanity and humbled himself all the way to the cross. Our first reading comes from the book of Numbers, where we read about the Israelites wandering in the desert after the Exodus before they went into the promised land. In our passage this week, Israel is journeying from Mount Hor towards the Red Sea, and they become impatient and start complaining about God and Moses leaving them out in the desert. And so God sends poisonous serpents as a divine chastisement. But God offers a remedy for the poisonous snakes. He tells Moses to make a bronze serpent and lift it up on a pole. This prefigures the lifting up of Jesus on the cross. The passage points out God's divine mercy amid judgment. God's response to Israel's sin is both punitive, the serpents, and it's merciful, the means of healing, echoing the paradox of the cross, both an instrument of suffering, but then the source of life. Our gospel passage is part of Jesus' conversation with Nicodemus, a Pharisee, up in Galilee at the beginning of Jesus' public ministry. Jesus clearly links Moses lifting up the bronze serpent to his dying on the cross and being lifted up on the cross. The cross is presented as the concrete expression of divine love, the means by which the world is saved rather than condemned.